Hello, my name is Maria Jolicoeur. Welcome to my show, Let's Talk About History. I'm here today at the Buckingham Memorial. The Norwich Heritage Trust is having their monthly meeting, and we'll go inside and listen in on the meeting. Thank you. I hope you enjoy my show.
We do need to get people to advocate saving this building we use. This is really important. We've been working on it for years. This really does seem to be a now or never push. And the opportunity is still there. It hasn't been lost. You know, the building can still be saved and restored, but it's going to require people really making an effort to contact their city council, to let people know through the newspapers, the radio, and so forth that this is an important issue. And that's, I think, our task is to get people to express themselves.
Well, we were talking earlier about the importance of everybody's input. You know, the importance of historic preservation, especially today with the environment, conservation. You know, everybody should get more involved in trying to play a little part in. It's important, like you said, historic preservation.
Well,
education is important.
yes.
I'm just wondering if we could do something, like I said, public, maybe at the library. At one point, there was a thing on PBS on saving, what went through with saving the, was it Grand Central? Did anybody see that?
No, I didn't.
No.
And how it evolved, and then the people got involved, and I think Jackie O got.
I think you're right.
Right. And it was pretty good. And Ray came up with the idea. He said, oh, you should maybe we could sponsor some type of
Speaker?
speaker/film thing and take it as a takeoff point from there to ask our audience members, and of course pass around newsletters and membership things, etc., etc. But we could do a sponsorship. I guess NAC would probably work with us.
I know there's a movie that was made about the saving of Union Railway Station in London.
Oh, really?
We could have try to raise some money and show it
Right.
at NAC,
Yes, yes. And I
a
think
fundraiser.
I think Constance Verstappen
Mhm.
at the London Landmarks, I believe she has a digital copy of that.
That, or if we could get the one from PBS.
Right.
Yes. That's
Right.
true.
I could work on
I'll
that.
see if I can, okay, I'd like to watch it too.
Yes.
So we'll see if I
What
can
happened
find
to
it.
that idea?
I might have it.
About
I know I have
handing
it
out
recorded, so
flyers.
I'll see what PBS.
Well, I think we need to do
Grand
that, too.
Central.
Yeah. Get people involved. Going to city council meeting when they bring up the subject of the Reading Hughes building.
Yes, we do need people there. They do pay attention when people pack in the city hall.
Now, I don't know if you're taking notes. You're going to contact whoever in Landmarks?
Yes.
All right.
Constance.
Constance. I have to ask this. Well, I don't know if because we're being recorded, I'm feeling a little, but related to our finances and nonprofit status,
We have nonprofit status.
Right, but do we do any sort of statement for people like that made donations and stuff like that? How does that all?
We have a 501c3 letter from the IRS. That is what people use.
Okay. But don't they usually get, like if, let's say I gave 100 or 200 or 500 bucks, do I get a letter from you with that statement for my tax purposes?
I think we can generate a letter saying that,
Okay.
and
I'm just wondering if that has been done, and I don't know. I mean,
we
I was just thinking. I
because
like I donated the cost for the flyers and all that stuff. So but I don't think I ever submitted the receipt. But I don't know. I mean, I was just thinking.
I save receipts and things like that and
Right.
never do anything with them.
Right, but you could claim it as a deduction, and then if the IRS came back to you and said, well, we would.
I just don't. Yeah.
We would certainly back that up.
Okay.
We should just come up with a form letter
Right.
when someone donates something.
Well,
just
we need
fill
to
in the
encourage
blanks.
that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, say you have an antique thing that you give to a nonprofit.
Right.
They can acknowledge the receipt of it, but they aren't going to tell you the value.
Mm-hmm.
That's up to you to establish.
Right. Now, how does it work for services?
I think you would have the receipt, well, the services,
In kind. Well, I was thinking like in relation to Teal House.
that is a trickier thing.
Mhm.
That is a trickier thing when it's, a case of purchasing stuff, donating something that has, like an object that has
Mhm.
value.
Oh, even like the graphic design that I do, my account says I can't claim that as
Right,
a contribution.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
right.
that's
Now,
what I was told.
Oh.
For a
Yeah.
grant, often in-kind services will count towards a grant.
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking,
But not
because then if you
for
show a
the
history of receiving in-kind services, et cetera, that means it illustrates that we're getting public support. And I attended the Southeastern Connecticut Cultural thing. They had a thing for artists for getting grant money if you want to do
Mhm.
projects type of thing, your own type of projects. And they had a number of speakers at the Charter Oak Bank. But I did ask what they had for nonprofits, and some of them did have that. But usually the nonprofits, as for getting grant money, they want you to
Right.
generate jobs. So it's like a 50-50. They seemed to indicate to me that was a big motion
Incentive?
or whatever, incentive, right? To, if you hire an intern and pay them 20, we'll match it for 20.
Oh, well, there's various grants and funding sources that cut the thing differently.
So I was wondering if we could also get into that venue. I'm just thinking out loud here. We need to, and I don't know if this is a board thing maybe, but discuss.
Well, what New London Landmarks did was, we had 7 people when we met in my living room in December 1975. And one of our members, Sharon Churchill, started doing volunteer work and so on, and worked her way into becoming the paid executive director. And she was the one that really grew the organization.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things she did was to send out go through the mailing lists of all the organizations in southeastern Connecticut, send out letters soliciting membership. We got up to 500 members.
Mm-hmm.
We were the largest preservation organization in the state at one point. Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Still, London Landmarks is still pretty large, but it was getting those mailings out, getting that, contacting people. Now, of course, that was 30 years ago.
All right.
Things have changed, now people do solicitation via email, but you still get letters.
Well, speaking of New London Landmarks, then can we tie them into this whole letter writing campaign, etc.? Can we do they generate a newsletter?
Oh, yeah, they have a newsletter. I think the thing is that It has more impact when the people who contact city councilors, say, or write letters, are from the community itself.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. With Union Railroad Station,
Right, I remember the whole, right,
they
the
got
architect and everything, right.
5,000 signatures, but a lot of them were from like international art historians
Right.
and the cities. So what if the
So-
guys and girls living the greatest authority on H.H. Richardson?
So that might be something that we want to say when we urge our people to contact and make their opinions known, is that they should say, I live in Norwich.
What, well, yes.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you do a letter writing campaign, you always have to say, I
You
believe
do,
your
but
town.
email, we were talking about just emailing
Yeah,
Right.
as another venue or a way to get to them.
Yes.
Can I make a point about something? They were saying that, you know, they didn't want any more low-income housing in the city because a lot of people don't like the idea of that. You know that vacant building that's on Main Street? I think it's across the street from Reed Hughes. Used to be a wrestling,
oh, yeah.
boxing. They should put a dollar store in there. I mean, there's so many people that
Yeah,
go.
actually, that's not a bad idea,
I think that's what they should do.
you know.
Mm.
I mean, I hate to say it, I mean, it doesn't enhance the town, but it's certainly, there's a market for it.
It draws people.
I will say that, you know, but just the market for the residents themselves.
Right, and you want things that will draw people downtown.
Mm.
If you get lots of people, even if they
Exactly.
don't have a lot of money each,
Yeah,
they make up in.
People take the bus to Norwich Town, the west side, to go to the dollar store.
no, it's a start, let's put it that way, it's better than nothing, that's another concept.
Let's see, we had collected a number of things for a newsletter.
I had done an article about the James L. Smith house,
Right.
and we have the one from Jason, but that's all we have.
Okay. So.
And really, if we had the gist of the whole thing is going to be about the Reed and Hughes.
Yes,
And there could be a nice meaty article, and then there could be just in bullets, points that could be made when you send your letter to the council. Very clear.
yes, yes.
And you're connected to NAC, right?
Yes. I'm
Just
on
the
their
film
board.
section or on the board?
I'm on NAC's board this year also.
I don't know how this would fly, but just as a ground idea, maybe sponsor an art show around the Reed and Hughes as either concepts or renderings, or you know what I'm
You mean
as a subject,
artists?
yeah.
Well, there'd probably be photos that could be part of it, of the old Reed and Hughes.
Right. I'm just thinking of artists' takeoff on that building, and maybe I don't know.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You mean encourage them to go and do a painting?
Right.
Oh, okay.
If
Painting
you
or
present-
sketch or
Yeah.
anything off the Reed and Hughes. I mean, if
Yeah.
you open it up,
And
it's
I don't know Knack's.
A futuristic idea of what the Reed and Hughes building could look like.
right, or anything, just an artist's
Yeah.
interpretation
Through an artist
involving.
sketching.
Right. I mean, you could go into surrealism or
So people could get an idea.
Graphics.
It's just talking about it
right.
is the point.
Right.
But do you have influence? I mean, I know you have,
I have no
a gallery.
influence, but-
No, I mean you.
But I
have
could find out
the
whether,
gallery.
I don't know that they have every
Is
month
Matt still the
pinned.
gallery guy?
No, it's Susan Kenny.
Oh, okay, whatever, never mind. Anyhow, okay.
I've only been on the board a couple of months,
Oh.
and I don't know whether they have the gallery booked way ahead or
Right.
not, but I can find that out.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but it's an idea.
Yeah, no, I think.
I think it could be fun, because I've always had I've had another idea in the sense of artists coming together and doing different proposals on how they would make Norwich better. So this is site specific, but.
Because we don't want them coming up with horrible stories or visions of what it could be either.
Well, that's why I
We'd have to
said
live with
making it better. You know,
Okay, that would be-
concepts.
That would be part of the concept.
But we don't,
But that's a general concept versus
Right.
a site-specific concept of
right,
the
and since
RNH.
there's something actually apparently in the works right now with an architect, do you want to kind of muddy the waters too much?
I don't see how would it muddy. Because if you have artists just doing their version of,
Well, you know, last year the Slater Museum had an exhibit about the John Mayer.
right?
Yes,
I wonder if there are any things left over from Reed and Hughes.
oh, yes.
There are?
Yes. Oh, yes,
Like what?
there's a bunch of stuff.
At Slater?
I'm not sure about Slater, but no, you actually see Reed and Hughes stuff on eBay sometimes. And you
Yeah,
see
I've seen
photographs and stuff.
articles and stuff, clothing.
Yeah, right.
Because I have it on a search, but I haven't seen too much. Of course.
There's labels, there's their advertising, I mean, there is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
The problem is we
would-
don't want people to think that we want to restore the department store.
No,
Because that's
yeah, you're right.
clearly not going to work. That's one of the things I discovered. We did a couple of these, I did a couple of these things on my Facebook page, and people writing back scoffing because, well, what was I trying to do? Say Reed and Hughes would become a department store? That's ridiculous. You know, I was simply interested in the history of the building, but, you know,
Unless you give them a whole lot of information, it could go any way.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Well, think about it. Let's tweak it.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it could be, I mean, it could really work. I mean, we might ask people if they have reminiscences of these
Yeah,
years and things like
yeah.
that. There was one woman who actually posted her memory of being on the elevator in Reed and Hughes as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and how they did some kind of little thing on the elevator that the store didn't approve of, and they banned them from Reed and Hughes.
Oh, really?
So next time they went to Reed and Hughes with their dad, they were terrified. Reed and Hughes was going to, you know, like arrest them.
Yeah.
It's a great little story.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Well, in
saw
high
it.
school, the city was a popular place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And my friends that used to live closer to the city than I did would come to the city more frequently and do a lot of their shopping at Reed and Hughes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I used to shop as a high
The
school kid,
perfume, the counter.
And there was the hat floor, like the second floor. Third floor was domestics, and the
yeah,
second
their
floor was
hats.
all hats. And I can remember going in there as a child and
And remember
trying all the
seersucker?
hats.
They sold the seersucker pants, and
Yeah.
I mean they were pretty
Yeah.
popular.
It was a great store.
Jeanette,
Yeah.
Body
Yeah.
Splash. Yeah,
They were the first,
it was really a nice department store.
I think they were the first store in eastern Connecticut, maybe Connecticut, to bring stuff in by plane.
Oh,
They actually
yeah?
ship some things in by
Wow.
airplane.
Hmm.
So, wow.
But it would take a long time to get a show like that organized.
Yeah. And in the meantime,
In the meantime, we've got to move right along. Not tonight, I'm talking about, but it's from what Jim was saying. We got to get the
get the word
the
out.
public, yeah, talking about this.
Definitely.
Yeah, and John
No.
Mayer.
Like I say, if I write a letter, it doesn't.
Right.
You know.
Now, did you read the letter on the Panama Mills in the day paper?
When was that?
A couple weeks ago.
Couple of weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
I
about,
missed
no.
that one.
Did you see, but then you read the one in the bulletin? No, okay, well, we'll send you a link. But the one in, now it's ironic because the one in the day paper mentions Deborah Hinchy. I personally had a chuckle out of it, saying that, you know, of course they got a tax abatement, so that's
Yeah.
pushed along the whole project, which is the best news I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, they're getting ready to start work. They actually are. I met the general contractor.
Yeah, well, when I was talking to Jim, I wondered about, you weren't here, about whether they get to the bell tower in time, because that's scary looking. But Deb Hinchy mentioned about investing the money and the return. And I just kind of, like I said, it's like, well, it's good over there. Why isn't it good for downtown? And, you know, I discussed with somebody today about, I get the impression everybody, our city council has lost faith in downtown. It's like everybody is just backed away, and it's leaving it to the bottom.
Well, I think.
That's my impression.
Well, I think what
Which needs to change.
Jim and what particularly Tucker was saying earlier is there has been some movement, though, on the part of the council and the mayor and the council president pro tem. So they are more positive towards the idea of renovating the building.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we have to encourage.
You're right.
You know,
So who needs work on? We know Joanne's in favor.
I would say everyone needs
Tucker.
work. But yeah, Tucker, I would say probably Jerry Martin needs work.
All right.
So what, I was thinking, write a letter and send the same letter to them all.
That's a good idea.
Well, yeah, you could do that.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, right?
I think that they generally distribute, if you send a general letter to the council, I think they distribute that to all the councilors.
Well, the website, you can do that very easily.
Mm-hmm.
But if they get something